Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Between our visitors and our home team. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between our visitors and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now. Because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was in the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
On 2nd down, it's Gray, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
To throw on second down, Perry. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's third down. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Perry. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw on second down. Perry. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On the ground, it's Gray. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the gun on 3rd down, Perry. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Running on first down with Ware. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Daniels. He's got it. This is Ware. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
Here we go. 50, plant. Get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll run on first down. Ware. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Go now. 8, read. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that
Back to throw. Daniels. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, Perry. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Perry. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go, baby.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Perry. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off. And the ball is knocked out. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
We play to win. Let's go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Double time. Even.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now for the point after. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1st down, it's Ware. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off play action. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Check four.
Off the play fake. Perry. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And Thomas has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Gray. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On the run, this is Gray. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by Ware. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just like that. Just like that.
To throw on second down, Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Daniels. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go. Do it.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Off play action. Perry. He gets it to Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perry. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Cowboys on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Daniels, and a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, what a move. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here come the Cowboys. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Let's go, defense. Outside.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Off the bootleg, Perry. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Gray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. To throw on second down. Perry. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Off the play fake, Perry. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, Perry. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys and plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
A try here for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run now with Ware. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end go.
Off the play fake. Perry. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Perry. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Spine.
Jones has it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Daniels. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Seahawks send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Returnable for Thomas. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I got you. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perry looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Perry. He's going to fire one. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Go, D. Let's go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming.
To throw on second down. Perry. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So don't say nothing. Two times.
Back to throw. Perry. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Watch the run. Just out, baby.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And out now come the Seahawks. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Following the fumble recovery, Perry. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack block.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Jim.
2nd and 14. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels over the middle. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Daniels is complete to Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the set. Mark 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Shoot.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. This size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. And he'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Double time, double time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Perry. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Perry. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off play action, Perry. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Perry, he wants it all for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Daniels firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Set. 15, line. 15 line.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go. 5.
Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
And out now come the Cowboys. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To Ware on the draw. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
60 outlaw.
On 3rd down, Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Seahawks send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Thomas. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Gonna give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Here we go. Tell the ending. You got nothing there. You got nothing.
On 3rd down, Gray. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.